Hello, welcome back to the road to episode 8, my ongoing series where I chart the road to the release of Star Wars episode 8 in December 2017. Rogue One is a week away. I'm getting quite excited for it now. Not quite as excited as I was for The Force Awakens. In fact, nowhere near the same galaxy of excitement as I was for episode 7. But still, it's a week away. It's the unknown. It's a Star Wars movie that's not really a Star Wars movie. It's not an episode. It's going to be really intriguing to see what this film is like. And yeah, it's exciting times. But what I wanted to talk about in this video, in this installment, was the fact that there's been some rumours lately, and there's been, again, loads of new TV spots and stuff for Rogue One. Okay, before I get talking about some of the things in this video, I've just realised, so I'm filming this after the fact. If you don't want to know about any potential cameos from other characters in Rogue One, then turn the video off now, because I'm going to be talking about them. Okay? Get it? Got it? Good. There's been some rumours lately, and there's been, again, loads of new TV spots and stuff for Rogue One. One of them seems to feature, in this image, the back of a very iconic character from the original Star Wars movie, Grand Moff Tarkin, as played by Peter Cushing in the original Star Wars movie. So that is surely confirmation that the character is in the film. Now, if you cast your mind back to, I can't even remember when, but it was ages ago, at least 6 months ago, I talked about the rumour that apparently they were going to include Tarkin in Rogue One, and they were going to digitally recreate the likeness of Peter Cushing, who of course passed away many years ago, and that it was going to be the most extensive rendering of a human face with CGI ever attempted on screen. And it seemed like a spurious rumour at the time, but now it seems like there might be a little bit of weight behind it, because now we saw that shot and he clearly is in the film, unless they've got another Imperial officer who looks just like him from the back, which would make no sense. Okay, so apparently the credits have been seen by someone who has said to the internet, this is what the credits say, and it's got some interesting information. So regarding Grand Moff Tarkin, apparently he is credited in the film, and he's even credited on IMDb, so we know the character must be in the film. But he's credited as being played by Guy Henry, who is this actor, who looks quite similar in the physical you know, features to Peter Cushing. But it also says, with special thanks to Peter Cushing. Now, surely they wouldn't do that just out of respect to Peter Cushing, because he played the original you know, character. You know, it's not like in the prequels we had Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi with special thanks to Alec Guinness. No. So surely the thanks to Peter Cushing must be there, because they have digitally placed his likeness onto the face of the actor Guy Henry, and that's how we're going to see him. I mean, we've seen this before in the Marvel movies recently. We had young Michael Douglas, which was phenomenal. We had a young Robert Downey Jr. in Captain America Civil War, which wasn't quite as brilliant, but still, they're playing around with this digital de-aging and things like that. So perhaps using a stand-in for Peter Cushing, then creating his likeness digitally, could be one of those really cool movie moments, or it could be one of those moments where we're just like, why did they have to do that? And then there's something I'd never even considered: whether or not we'll see Princess Leia in the movie. Now, for me, I never thought in a million years that we'd see Leia or Luke or Han in the movie. Gareth Edwards was asked at some event in France, will we see Luke Skywalker in the movie? No, he said. You know, just definitively no. Will we see Princess Leia? I cannot answer, he said. So that kind of already starts spinning some of the wheels, like, maybe there's something to this, maybe we're going to see Leia in the film. And I was thinking, right, how are they going to do this? Like, unused footage from A New Hope, or literally using footage from the first Star Wars film, or are they going to use a different actress, or are they going to just film her from behind? Who knows? But apparently in this credit listing, which was you know, again, seen by someone who's posted about it on the internet, so take this with a grain of salt. Apparently in the credits it says Princess Leia as played by Ingvild Daler with special thanks to Carrie Fisher. So maybe this is the same situation. They've hired an actress who looks kind of similar to Carrie Fisher in the face, and they have digitally put a young Carrie Fisher onto that. I don't know. Could it be? We don't know. We're going to have to wait and find out until the film comes. But Ingvild Daler is a Norwegian actress. I looked her up, and she certainly shares some kind of physical likeness with a young Carrie Fisher, maybe. So it may have some truth to it, it may have no truth to it whatsoever, and we're just seeing, you know, a young actress playing the role of Leia, which I wouldn't like, because for me, maybe you can get away with it with like a young Han Solo, because we're talking 10-15 years before A New Hope. But you know, Carrie Fisher was 19 when she did A New Hope. And again, the events of Rogue One take place, you know, just before and directly crossing over with A New Hope, so you can't really get away with someone who looks different. And it always bugs me when I see that. When I see the same character played by different actors in a film series, it always bugs the shit out of me. It's just one of those things I don't like. So I don't know what to think or what I want out of this appearance from Princess Leia, if it's even in the film. But I'll be sure to let you know what I think about it once I've seen the film. Also, this has been confirmed, which I'm kind of really glad about. I think it's a really cool touch. Bail Organa will be in the film, Princess Leia's adoptive father, and he will be played by Jimmy Smits, who played him in the prequel trilogy or some of those films. So I like that. I like that connective thread, bringing the people who played the character before back into the film. I think that's a really cool move, and just kind of, I guess some people wouldn't like it to be linked to the prequels, but you know, for me, it's all part of it. It counts, and so I'm glad that Bail Organa will be in the film and that Jimmy Smits will be playing him. That's really cool. What more can I say? Michael Giacchino, who did the score for Rogue One at the last minute, he's talked about it, and I'm not going to go into everything he said, but he said that you know, using the opening title theme, he says it's done slightly different in Rogue One because it's not one of the saga films, it's not one of the trilogies. It's sort of its own thing, and the whole idea from the very beginning was that these should be standalone movies. So it's going to be a slightly different way to get things kicked off. So that's going to be really interesting as well. How are we going to begin a Star Wars movie without A Long Time Ago in a Galaxy Far, Far Away, and without that fanfare with Star Wars opening? It was weird enough watching The Force Awakens without the 20th Century Fox logo and the dum 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 dum. So I don't know, are we going to be losing these pieces of the beginning experience of Star Wars films? I don't know, but I like that they're not going with a crawl, I will say that. And everyone's talking about lately, like this week, everyone's been like, apparently there's going to be no crawl on Rogue One, and I'm thinking, yeah, we covered that like 4 months ago. They kind of confirmed it at Celebration, I think. So anyway, everyone's talking about it, and for me, the opening crawl not being there, I think, is a good move and separates the trilogy movies and makes them feel a bit more special. And finally, some actual Episode 8 news, which I hadn't even heard of. It might have been talked about a year ago, but apparently Rian Johnson has shot Episode 8 on 35mm film, which is fantastic. And I might have even already known about it and talked about it. I don't know, my memory's that bad, but an update to that is that Episode 9 will also be shot on film, but not just 35mm film, but 65mm film and IMAX. There will be no IMAX scenes in Episode 8 like there was in Episode 7. But for Episode 9, Colin Trevorrow will be filming that film in 65mm film, so that's awesome. I'm glad that the new trilogy is going to be filmed completely on film. That's great. I always think it looks better, even if I mean, you know, can you really tell with a naked eye? But it has a more organic feel to it, and I'm really glad that that's the direction they're moving with it, with at least these trilogy films. Anyway, that's it for now. I think that there might be one more video before Rogue One. Otherwise, my next video, or you know, in a couple of videos time in this series, I'll be talking about and reviewing Star Wars Rogue One. No, it's called Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. Let's get it right. Bit of a mouthful. Rogue One: A Star Wars Story. I'll be doing my review for it. I guess I'll do a spoiler-free version, although, I mean, what can you really spoil? Maybe they all die at the end, I don't know. I'll do a spoiler-free, quick initial reactions video, and then I'll sit down and do my full spoiler-filled review and thoughts, although I will be travelling back to the UK the day afterwards, so I'm going to have to do it really quickly as soon as I get out of the cinema. So look forward to that, and that's about it, I think. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And let me know what your thoughts are heading into Rogue One next week. If you're excited about it, if you got your tickets booked, what your expectations are for the film, because again, I might not make another video before it, so leave all your kind of anticipatory comments down below and let me know what you're thinking and feeling heading into this new first ever spin-off movie. I'm really intrigued to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one.